when people describe you as a Chinese movie producer, how do you see this quote-unquote the Chineseness? Does it matter to you?
All of this comes from the distance, come from not understanding a different culture very well. For example, once my film was in Estonia, and I remember one audience told me, I thought Chinese films are only martial arts films. I think we need to understand our culture better, because when we grew up, we're sort of disconnected from, the real traditions and everything. We're sort of just picking it up slowly after we've grown up. But also the film language, it's mostly a Western language. And we're borrowing a Western language, trying to tell a Chinese story, because this so-called three-act structure comes from Greek theater, comes from drama. But in the Chinese tradition, Chinese literature, we don't have this. We have Tang's poetry, we have the Qing novel. So how do we tell Chinese stories with a Western language? And I think the Taiwanese master, Hou Xiaoxian, he does a great job doing this. A lot of it doesn't follow the typical Western ways of telling a story, but it worked. It reminds you of a lot of the rhythms of poetry, of prose, of something much looser than the dramatic structure. But it really worked. I think it's an inspiration for all of us. But then for our generation, our challenge is how can we tell stories of our time, but then still we have the Chinese sensibility in there. It's something we need to discover for the rest of our life.